Hi, Adrian.
How are
Good.
you? That's good.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. Hi. Adrian, Candice, and Matthew. How are you
Hello.
doing?
Good.
Okay, can you hear my voice clearly over there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Excellent. So I'm actually Stuart is going to join us, but maybe he's a little bit late, so we just start now. There will be 4 people today, so the first one should be Candice, the second one should be Matthew, the third one should be Adrian, and the fourth one is supposed to be Stuart. So at least we have 3 here, and then what I'm going to explain a little bit about the task again. So you are required to prepare for and conduct an interview with the client, which is me, to gain further information about the business requirements for the website. The website is the Basa Ceramics. And then an interview has been scheduled, and then you have asked for another time, and then now we have a second interview scheduled. And then thank you very much for coming, and thank you very much for giving the time for the interview. And then this interview is going to take maybe you can ask more than what you have on your interview questions, um, but please do not make it the same. Let's say the first person has asked something, and then maybe the second person should also listen to what the first person was asking, and so on. So we just make this a group interview, but we'll do interview one-to-one. So first should be Candice, and then second Matthew, and so on and so on. And then if you have any questions anytime, just ask me. And then after this interview session, I'm going to give you a short feedback about the interview. And of course, there will be some evaluation sheet that I'm going to send you and also post to you. But is there any question before we start about practicality, about the anything else?
No, go
No?
ahead.
Candice?
Nope, none for me.
Okay, Adrian, are you alright?
Yeah, mate. I'm going
Okay.
first.
Okay, let's start then. So the first interviewer should be Candice. So I'll be the employee of the Basa Ceramics. And good evening, Candice. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Okay. My first question is, based on our earlier interviews, it was mentioned that the website image that Bizarre Ceramics was looking for had a crisp, contemporary, arty feel. And I was wondering if you could provide 3 visuals that best encapsulate this image.
Yes, with regards to the crisp, contemporary, and arty feel, first I'm going to discuss about crisp. Crisp means I want the high quality images, high quality graphics, and that's what I mean by crisp. And then the contemporary means I do not want any funky or too much animation, but what I need is actually just something simple, and the color is also conservative, not very much too colorful. Maybe just 1, 2, maximum 3 colors, combination of 3 colors, 3 main colors. And with regards to arty feel, is actually if you have some shapes. Let's say you have not like a square, but I want something like a little bit of curve here and there, so the website can have a little bit of arty feel. So is that clear enough, or do you have any more question about that?
Do you have any colors in mind when you say contemporary? You said that you want it not to be too colorful. You just
Yes. For Basa Ceramics, the basic colors of our branding is red and white and brown. So those are the 3 basic colors. If you can play with these colors, that should be good.
All right. Thank you. My second questions is something. What are some gallery websites that you like to visit? Can you name some of the features and functions that you like from these websites?
Yes. The one of the website that I like to visit is Daily Ceramics. Daily Ceramics Art or Ceramics Art Daily. I'm not very sure. So I think it's Ceramics Art Daily. The one feature that I like from the website is actually because you can see different kind of ceramics. It will be images. You can see the gallery that you can actually click and see more details and a short description on images. So that's what I like from the website.
Okay, excellent.
Mm-hmm.
And my last question is about social media. You haven't really mentioned if you were planning to incorporate it at all. Do you have plans to incorporate it?
Yes, the social media that I would like to incorporate at least 2, which is Facebook and Twitter. Tumblr, Pinterest, and everything should be fine if you want to. If there is a time, then you want to integrate, that's fine. But at least we have Facebook and Twitter. That would be my expectation. And then, yeah, is there anything else, Candice?
No, that's all. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Candice. And now we're going to have Matthew.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Matthew.
Okay, so my first question, in our second interview, you mentioned collecting user information.
Yep.
Would you be interested in implementing a user account system? So this would provide an opportunity to collect the information you requested while also being able to offer other benefits like storing previous invoices for clients to access, storing and lodging sales or support requests, order tracking, customer orders and forms, etc.
Yes, the short answer is yes. We want the user account system, so that will be very useful because the idea is we have this online ordering system, so the users can shop online, and then after they shop online, they will have a user account. So let's say they have ordered some things to be sent to somewhere, and then they can track where the item is and how long it will arrive and everything.
Yep. Okay. My second question sort of accidentally crosses a bit with Candice's.
Yep.
In the previous interview, you mentioned displaying your products in 3D on the website. Can you clarify the type of 3D you had in mind, such as rendered 3D models, interactive photos, animation or video, etc.
Yeah, my expectation for 3D is not very much too complex. You can implement this using 2D photographs. Let's say if you have let's say you have ceramics from the front view, from the side, from the back, from the top, from the bottom, that should be fine. But if you have the 3D rendering engine, I know that some customers must install some software. I don't really like that some customer install some software. So, but if you want to implement that one, I do not mind. If you want to do with the flash, I do not mind. Like with the 3D rendering that people can actually see moving the object and everything, that's fine. But what I want is actually the 3D is basically the front, the back, the sides, up and bottom. That should be fine.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Okay, so the third question is, what do you consider to be unique about your business that you use to stand out from your competitors?
Yes, our business is very much rely on our service, so we guarantee our service is supposed to be the best. For example, we can guarantee that all our products should be perfect when the customer deliver it, receive it, and when we deliver it. And if a customer is not satisfied with the product, um, then they can return it within 30 days. So that's our guarantee. Yeah.
Cool.
Any other question, Matthew?
No, that's all from me. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, thank you. So the third interviewer should be Adrian. How are you, Adrian?
Yes, good, thanks, Josh. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Some of our questions are probably going to overlap with some of the ones you've just been asked, but I'll just go ahead anyway.
Yep.
Fundamentally, you've already asked what functions you think your website should provide, but I'd probably like to know, would you like to be static or dynamic? How interactive do you want it to be?
I would like the website to be dynamic. Yep.
Yep. Simple. What functions inside of that would you prefer to see? You know?
You mean the functionalities or
Yeah.
with regards to functionalities? At least we can have the online ordering system. We can
Yep.
have the gallery. We can have the event management. Let's say we have exhibition, then we can actually put up some products that's going to be exhibited. We're going to post the schedules of the exhibition. If it's paid exhibition, the customer can pay online. If it's a free exhibition, customer can actually just register and get a electronic ticket. And then the third thing is actually using the websites to give the customer a testimony. So we would like to get feedback as many as possible from customer in the forms of testimonials. So basically those are the main things that I have in mind now.
I just wanted to clarify why you think you need a website.
We need a website because I think many people now look at the products using the internet. So they compare before they buy something. They want to see what it looks like before they come to our shop, and then they want to compare prices. They want to see about our company and so on. So I think a website can help us to compete in this market.
I'm just heading on further from that one. This will be my third question. So what can you provide or describe current tools that you use to promote your business?
Yeah, the current tools that we have now is very conventional. We just use word of mouth and basically just simple advertising like a leaflet, like a flyers, a very traditional, conventional. So that's why we need the website to also put our promotional materials online.
So with your current, just to expand on that one, with your current flyers or posters, whatever, would you like your site to have similar colour schemes like what your current flyers do, what your current promotion is like?
We would like to have all our information and everything to be actually also online. So yeah, see, we want to make everything, so we want to have this physical shop that we have and also the online shop basically.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm not sure if Stuart is online. Okay, we'll just continue. I'll just give you the feedback from you. Thank you very much for three of you who have asked me some questions. The questions that you have, if you actually see, some of you have open-ended questions, some of you have closed questions where I can just say yes or no. Some of you say okay, explain, and something that's more open-ended. Those are supposed to be good. My suggestion is if you have a close question, that means that the interviewee can only answer yes and no, and then it's better for you to extend a little bit. Okay, but if you have a open-ended question, that should be fine. So, and then the other thing is if you have an interview who is quite shy, or let's say as the client, clients sometimes do not know what the client wants. Sometimes you want to help the clients to actually to articulate their needs and their requirements based on what you have. So that's kind of tricky. It comes with the experience, but I think for the first interviews, three of you have done quite well. So I'm glad with what you have done. And then the other thing is, if you are doing an interview, just make sure you do not, when you finish, just make sure you do not close the interview opportunity like, okay, yeah, we are done with the interview, and then you should ask further like, if I have more question, how do I contact you, and how do I get more information, or can I get more information about let's say about the functionality of website later, and so on and so on. So that should be my feedback. Is there any comments or any questions with regards to my feedback?
That sounds good to me.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so basically, once we finish with this one, I'm going to upload this to YouTube, and then you can analyze that. This morning there has been another session, so you can also combine, and then so maybe in about 2-3 days, I hope that I can upload everything today. But I think maybe at least you can check tomorrow or a day after tomorrow, and then you have about 3 days to actually finalize the analysis and everything. Since it's you have the same material, you can pause your analysis on discussion forum as well. Please make sure you work on your own. Even though you can read what others have posted for discussion, I'm fine with you discussing about others or ask more clarification and everything. But basically, what I want is actually for the report and analysis, you do it on your own. Okay, with regards to that, is there any question?
No, that's not on me. That's fine.
Sounds good.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Thank you very much. And then the other thing that I would like ask you to do after this, I'm going to post the evaluation sheet for this session. So if you could actually complete the evaluation sheet, that would be very helpful for me. All right.
Sure.
Okay. If there
Thanks.
is there any question before I close the session?
No.
No.
Everyone seems to be happy, and I would say thank you very much again for your participation this evening, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. See you later.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Can I stay online with you for a minute?
Pardon? Yes, sure.
I just want to ask you stuff about complex styling sheet.
Oh, are you taking the complex style sheet? I'll give you.
Yeah.
I'll call you after this. I'll just disconnect this call, and then I'll
Okay.
call you after this. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Hi. Okay. Do you have any question about the complex style sheet? Yeah.
No, I'm just ringing to say you sent an email if I've been doing anything. I'm like new to this.
Okay. Yeah.
So what I've been doing over the past 3 or 4 days is
Yeah.
just going over and over on HTML coding and all that sort of stuff, so I can get an understanding of what it sort of looks like anyway.
Yep. Yep.
And I've up to a bit. I've gone on to that W3 site or whatever it's called. I can't remember the name of it.
W3C. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a school and it's got teachers about HTML, but I've done HTML stuff. I've started it over and over again, only just so I can try and get, and practice a little here and there.
Sure.
Because when I got to the, looked at the portfolio thing, I thought, what the hell's this? So I didn't want to feel a complete goose. So I've gone and I've started to get a little bit of an understanding. And really the CSS stuff, I only started looking at it, I guess, this morning.
Yep.
And I sort of understand what it does. I mean, he puts a design behind everything.
Yes,
what
that's
I understand it is. It makes it look a lot better, I guess. Than
yes. The styles is actually just making you try to control the layout and the colors and everything, because basically you have to separate between the content and the layout. So that's the idea behind it.
So it's just I'll probably I think I've got your number there somewhere. I might text you sometimes or something like that if I get stuck on anything.
Yes, sure. Maybe the easiest is actually for you to post something on the discussion forum, because the others can also learn together. So maybe if the others have the similar question with you, and then if you have and then they can sometimes answer you maybe faster than me, because my standard is 5 business days to reply to you. So maybe if you post that, then maybe others can also help you before I even have a chance to answer you. But it's really up to you how to contact me. You can message me, you can post on the forum or email me. Yeah,
that's good. Because I think I looked at the assessment stuff, and just by design using a grid, I had no idea what that is. Still don't, but but it's to create a new empty CSS file, and I know how to do through the notepad and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
But with designing the grid thing, use bootstraps, and so I haven't started looking at that yet. So
it's the bootstrap is a little bit complex, but actually it's easy. You just download the front end, and then it's basically just a front end platform. But you just learn about it. You read about it and read the documentation. Everything should be fine. If you have any question, just let me know anytime. Then even in the simplest question, you can just send me the email or post in the forum. Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through the cheats on the site that I've been doing, that I've been looking at. And I'll start a lot of the CSS stuff, and they'll help you create something so I can get an understanding of what you're asking for in the assessment thing, which is fine.
Yep.
But when you're new to it, it's like, wow.
Oh, yes. That's quite a lot if you are quite new to it. Yes, that's correct. Yes. But don't worry, I'll try to help you the best I can. Yeah.
No, that's cool. It's the coding stuff is quite. I mean, I find it interesting.
Yeah.
But if you read it, your head goes bang, 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 bang. It's just full on. But it's exciting to look at, and you can see things, but there's lots of downloadable stuff you can use. So I guess for me, it's probably better if when I'm going through it, if I'm trying to do something, I just know that there's a resource there that I can hit, and I can go to. Okay, that's what the code is, and all that sort of stuff, and. Because, I guess when it comes to, even if I started creating a web page, I would go to those things, okay, how do you make it do this? How do you make it do this? How do you make it do that? Yeah.
Yep, that's correct.
The information's all out there. It's just a matter of going. But I guess the difficult part is you're actually creating the site, which makes it, because you're reading all this stuff, but you're actually not really doing anything. You're reading it.
Yes, you're just reading, basically, yeah.
But I guess if I was trying, which I might try and do a mock one, might become a bit easier. So okay, I'll see what that does and all that sort of stuff.
That's good. That's a good idea. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else, Adrian?
No, that was it. Just wanted to make sure that and just there was something I opened up. Is there any activities in that CSS?
My suggestion, there are some activities that you can follow, like for example, making the cascading menu. Have you been to that section, the cascading menu? that you can. There's a code there. What you need to do is actually just copy and paste and see and change. Just play around, that kind of activity.
There was
So
one there that was an activity, but I didn't see what it was. No, I can't remember what it was.
let me see. Let me show you which part it is. Let me just go there. So which section I'll show you.
Like for instance, there's one CSS selectors basics and beyond.
Yes, as selectors, basics and beyond. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there says an activity, but CSS grouping selectors. I sort of know what a selector is now. You've got the H1, and I can't think of it off the top of my head now because I only sort of looked at it today. I know there's like.
Okay.
It says,
If you see at the using complex CSS to create a navigation menu, that should be an activity over there.
where's that? Sorry.
The section called using complex CSS to create a navigation menu.
Hang on. Yeah.
Can you see that?
I can see it. Yeah.
Yes. And there's the activity. Remove some activity underneath and some codes. You just have to test it with the HTML and the code and everything, and then play around with the menu.
Copy and paste that into a notepad thing. I've only got notepad. So is that what you're saying?
It's just put into any text file, so it doesn't have to be any tool to use. So just for example, this is the HTML code that we start with the UL.
Yeah.
And then you have another file for the CSS.
UL.
Yep.
I know what it is. Unordered list.
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
Yeah, I'm learning.
Yes.
But what about that other one where it had the selectors and beyond? I don't understand what the activity is.
Oh, so, the activity for the selector is not very much. It's actually just more or less is about the.
Where's that CC?
About the theory, but if you want some activities, if you see into the book, I think in the book there are some activities. There's some activities for example, there's one for selector. For example, grouping selectors activity. You have to download the sample HTML file from CSS Zen Garden, and then group the following selectors together, and so on and so on. So this kind of activity, not very big one, just a small one to show you how things done. So basically, that's what you need to do. But
so where's CSS Zen Garden? Is that in
that should be a link.
Oh yeah, right. It's in the portfolio.
Yep. In the portfolio and in the assessment task. Yep, that's correct. Yep. Okay. So that should be fine. I know this is quite a lot, and I understand that for first time it's sometimes it's overloading. But I think you will get it somehow. Yeah, if you do it consistently, you should be fine. Yeah.
Just a matter of
It's a matter of spending time, I think. Yeah.
But it's good fun doing it. I mean, it's good when you actually put something into the text in it. You hit thing and it's there. So it's sort of it's pretty cool when you do it. A lot of that I might.
Yes. Okay.
I might get a mock website off someone and see if they want me to create something, or I might just go to it somewhere else or whatever it is. But I'll get a hang of it.
Yes, I think so. That you should be fine. Yeah. Okay. If there's anything else, is there anything else, Adrian?
Not that I can think of.
Yeah. If you have any questions or anything, just shoot me an email. Then I'll try to reply there. Maybe that should be best. Or if I'm online on Skype, you just call me, or we're gonna have a chat on Skype as well. Yeah.
Yeah. And with that other guy who just didn't come up for the interview, what was his name? Stuart, was it?
Matthew.
There was someone that was on the line, but it failed. I saw it go fail.
Oh yes. Stuart. He was not online. He's supposed to be online, but he was not online. So that's too bad. Yeah,
right. I just thought I'll let you know because I saw it go up there.
Yeah.
Or fail connection.
Yeah.
So does it cut out after a while, does it, or something?
Yeah. It was cut off automatically if it's not online. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Okay, then Adrian. Yeah. Have a good evening. Nice chatting with you. I'll I'll send
All
you
the
the
questions-
evaluation class evaluation sheet right away now. On the form you will receive it. If you could
Yeah.
complete that and
Yeah.
return it to me for this session, that should be great. Yeah. Is there any
Yeah.
other question?
Just the
Adrian?
other one, all
Yeah.
the other interview questions and everything else, that's going to be on that YouTube. We can just listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should everything this session, our conversation, everything should be on YouTube now. Yeah. Not now. Maybe later.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
All right.
All righty, beautiful.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, the other course, the web, is not, the one with the interview and all that sort of stuff. I've done a fair bit of
Yep.
surveying in my jobs and stuff like that.
Yep.
So that's not difficult.
No, it's not. No. Yeah.
Yes, stuff is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you take the cluster three, the next study period, the level is going to be up a little bit up. So if you that's why it's better for you to do cluster 1 and cluster 2 first, and then once you get hang of it, then you can do cluster 3, cluster 4. So yeah, that's the recommendation. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Let's say after this, if you actually want to continue, you're doing cluster 1 web environments and also cluster 2, which is complex style sheet, right? You can see that the cluster 1, the web environments, is actually easier than cluster 2 complex style sheet. That is designed like that. But then if you take the next cluster, which is a next module, which is database integration,
Yeah.
it should be, the level of difficulty should be a little bit, not a little bit, it's quite high. So if you do not master these two, you will have difficulty in this the third one. But
Right.
then for the fourth one, the dynamic website is actually recap of all 1 to 3. So if you
Right.
master 1 to 3, cluster 4 should be okay.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just keep practicing. I'll
Yes.
fiddle around with it.
Yes. Okay, that's
Yeah.
good, Adrian.
Yeah,
Okay,
all right.
have a good evening, Adrian.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.